Hey, so I'm going to be doing the song devotion for this week, and I'm going to be doing the song Who Am I by Casting Crowns. Who Am I has always been one of my favorite songs. It's been a song that I've listened to on numerous occasions, riding down the road when I'm just having a bad day, or when I'm having a happy day, or when I just need something to listen to. It's always been my go-to song. The song really says everything that I really could ever say, but I don't have the words to say it. They just say it beautifully, and they say it so great. So they say it better than I ever could. So like when I first thought about the song today, I was trying to think of something to do, and I was like, my first question was like, who am I really? Well, I know that I am an overcomer. I'm chosen. I'm loved. I'm accepted. I'm redeemed. And I'm all that because that's who God says I am. Not because of who I am, but that's who God is. God's all those things, and God does all those things. And in Christ, I am that, and I am so much more. And one lyric of the song that I really like was like, it says in the first part, "Who would care to feel my hurt?" And that's something really powerful, because like a lot of times, like, no one wishes pain on anyone else, or no one wants anyone else to feel that pain, but he wants to feel our hurt, and he wants to know it. So like, the crazy thing is, like, he knows my troubles, and he knows what I was gonna have trouble with, and he knows everything just because of who I am. Because of who I am, I'm a human, I'm a person, and I mean, we all sin, and we're all going to sin, and he knows that. And with him knowing that, it allows us to be honest and open with him, even though that's sometimes one of the hardest things that I do. It's hard for me to be honest with God and be like, hey God, like, I messed up here. And like, sometimes it's hard for me to admit that, and I have a lot of shame in that, but he already knows that, and he wants to feel our hurt. He cares for us, and he desires to feel it. And all he wants us to do is be open and honest, because we can trust God. We can trust him to bring us out of that situation, and he wants to be there with us to feel it. And just like in John 8, let me go to John 8. John 8 is the passage where the woman who was caught in adultery, and the people wanted to throw stones at her, and Jesus, they were asking Jesus what to say, and they were questioning him, and he stooped down around the ground. Those who heard began to go away one at a time, the oldest ones first, until only Jesus was left. With the woman still standing there, Jesus straightened up and asked her, "Woman, where are they? Has no one condemned you?" "No one, sir," she said. "Then neither do I condemn you," Jesus declared. "Go now and live your life of sin." And that's really like all of us. We all sin. And the thing is, what he was showing in that passage to us is that he sees our sin, but he looks at us with love, and he doesn't see us for our sin. He sees us as his children, and he knows that he sees us full of love. And he gave her the opportunity to try again. And that's like, just like with us, is he allows us to try again, and he allows us because he knows we're going to mess up. So he already knows all that. Another lyric in a song that I really like is, "Who am I that the voice that calmed the sea would call out through the rain and calm the storm in me?" I've always heard that lyric in the song, and I've always just interpreted it as the storm in me, as what Jesus did in Mark 4, where he says, in Mark 4 where they're in the, when they're calm the sea, when they were in the boat, and he said, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" They were terrified and asked each other, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him." Because he literally, he said, "Quiet, be still," and the wind died down. And it's completely calm. So I've always just thought about that. But the thing with the Bible is there are a lot of metaphors and a lot of things that are taken figuratively and literally. So literally that was taken as he can calm the storm that's happening, what was happening there. But also, he calms the storm inside of me. Jesus has the ability to silence every storm if we just ask. If we show him our hurt, and because of who we are, he knows we're going to do that. He knows we have storms. But he loves us, and he cares for us, and he wants to, he desires to know us. We are who we are because we are in Christ, not because of what we've done or what we could ever do. I could never do anything to deserve him, or I could never do anything to not deserve him, which is crazy. You can think of the craziest thing, and like you couldn't stop God from loving you or wanting for you or caring for you. And honestly, the question that I was really left with after this, because I was doing all this and I was thinking, I am this in Christ, I am overcomer, I am chosen, I am loved, I am accepted. In the world, you're not those things. And so what I was really left with, without Christ, who would I really be? And a lot of times, I know I might feel like I know what it is, but I don't. And no one does. No one would know what they would feel like without Christ. Because even in your moments of feeling alone, even in the darkest moments of feeling alone or feeling lost or feeling scared or feeling ashamed or feeling any feeling, you always have someone who's on your side, and you always have someone that you can talk to. And you don't have to ever be ashamed. You never have to hide yourself. You never have to hide certain parts of you. You just be yourself, and that's all God ever asked for you to do. And it's I really would not be nothing without Christ, and no one would be, just because of what all he's done. And I'm none of those things that I said without him, because I couldn't be. He does it all. So I hope you really enjoyed this, and I hope you like the song, because it's one of my favorite songs. I hope this song really spoke to you like it spoke to me, and I encourage you just to listen and think about who you really are, and think about who you really would be without Christ. It's a hard thing to think about, but I really encourage you to do that.